that's his war tactics. But what it speaks to is Drake's character.
100%.
So the music is Drake's personality. And he comes and does all the jazz hands and shows his personality. And Kendrick has been saying, but you lot ain't clocking his character.
This is where I want to go. Yes, character.
You don't know who he is. You know the performance. It looks cute. You know, make us dance waving like that. It's cool.
Pacify us.
Yeah, but that's cool. Yeah. But when we see, but even that pacifier thing, he's talking to his character.
Yeah.
He's saying this guy don't stand for nothing. He stands with us, but for nothing. So he's not even standing with us. You see what I'm saying? So it's political. Even these concepts like the Elohim, that's deep as well. Where Kendrick calls himself the Elohim, you know, and that's from my understanding, that's God in the plural. I don't know if you come across them kind of teachers.
Elohim,
So and
that's where El comes from. El is all about looking up.
Yeah,
and,
but El, I think El
Elohim is the god of
always to
Saturn.
do. Is it okay?
Apparently.
And it's always something to do. El is always something to do with God as well. So
it's always looking up.
The three angels.
Or going up.
Three angels.
Angel.
Yeah.
Elevator. Elevated. Elevation. El. It's all L.
What's his name? Gabriel, Michael, and Raphael. They're the three angels in the Bible. You see what I'm saying? So this Elohim concept of the I saw something the other day where they was relating the Elohim thing back to us, but that's gonna take some more research. So I'm gonna come back with that.
We're in the pocket now, though. Yeah. We're in the pocket now.
This is that kind of, this is the energies that we saw a final form. Like, if anyone born in the 80s that knows about Bruce Leroy and them, man, we saw the final glow and we saw two different glows. You see what I'm saying? Out of nowhere, Drake's final glow was this mad energy that everyone didn't understand.
Yeah.
But you still have to rate it for me because he came out swinging. He had a bag of man just like, nah, you know what? Shut this guy down and he's moving mad. Because them man are all, I would never put Future out there and say Future's a righteous man and did it. But he said, no, this guy's character, he's a piece of shit. And even he can stand up and say, no, I just don't rate this guy. Yeah, we don't trust you. And a bag of man came up that stand on principles for their own reasons that said, Drake is still a piece of shit. And the man who came with the final glow, was Kendrick that said, no, you need to understand it on a different level. Every man said, what do you mean? And they sat down and he said, let me break it down for you. And he laid it out in front of everyone in such a beautiful way that I remember you and I back and forth talking about it. Before Kendrick responded, you said there's no way in hell that Drake was ever going to win this. And I said, and there was a little bit doubt. I was worried after Taylor Made because it was like, wow, he's doubling down and applying pressure in this mad chess move way kind of thing. I didn't understand the potential of Kendrick or how his eye saw through things, you know what I'm saying? So let me bounce forward now. I was at one youth's, I was working in it, and I work going in and out of people's property when I work, and I was chatting to one young brother, and he was like, I said, thing is with this battle, man, everything that Kendrick said has already been said before, man. Like, it's not new, innit? Like, this one said that, and this one, I'm thinking, the beef that he's seeing is the beef that I was excited for between Kendrick and J. Cole. I wanted to see a rap beef. This ain't a rap beef, bro. That's why J. Cole had to say, I'm out. Because this is not about penmanship no more. Yeah? I was going to say skirts are going to get lifted, but the reason I was going to say it like that is because when Khaled said, lift up the Pope's dress and reveal his private parts, he said, I ain't into that. I'm talking about the private organs of the behaviour that they've been executing and dealing in. And that's exactly what was happening. People were getting revealed to the core, to the bone, and we're going to see who everybody is. And we're going to see who's standing on business at the end of this thing.
He already chose the other side because before he even come out, he did the blackface thing. Do you remember what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So he'd already known. I remember there's that documentary on him, the plan for him. There was always a plan. You're going to be the biggest hip hop artist in this generation, right? That was the plan.
Peter Rosenberg.
Peter Rosenberg was like, do you know how big you're going to be?
Yeah.
Do you know how big I'm going to be? It's like that man had a chat down the synagogue and said, yo, we've got to plan that. You know what I'm saying? No? Like, I don't know why these two gentlemen spoke about their Jewish heritage and then talked about how big they're going to be. They know something I don't. But
These European Jews. How is a European Jew, a European mixed race Jew, talking about how he knows he's going to be the next one in African culture? That is insane. This is what happens. You allow these people in, they get comfortable and they cross multiple lines.
yes,
Because us as Africans, us as black people, we ain't got, not all of us, most of us don't have strict rules to go by.
you know how important your music is. How it controls messages and stirs the people and it
Messages,
speaks to
messages.
us. The children learn through it.
Messages. We should
Yes.
turn it into, we should turn the word music into messages.
Yeah.
So you understand it better.
Exactly.
You get
exactly,
what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah. Fam. Boom. Exactly. It should be messages.
It should be called messages.
Yeah.
Because if that was the case, and this is what we say about like language and how fucked up it is, because we use certain words, right, and it doesn't highlight
Bro,
the
that is.
importance.
Oh my god.
The
Like the
importance.
messages awards. You know
Come
what I'm
on,
saying?
man. Come on.
Because then. Because
Message of the year. Worst message of the year. No, it should be run like that.
Honestly, Not Like Us was literally. Look, you know in the Caribbean where they sing happy songs
Yeah,
around
yeah,
someone's
yeah,
grave?
yeah, yeah,
it was
yeah,
the
yeah.
minute the coffin
Come
just
on.
went in.
No, listen.
Church hats were in the air and everyone just started dancing on this grave. fam.
Even
It
Drake jumped out the coffin. Even Drake jumped out the coffin and started dancing. That's how much of a slap it was. But then in my mind, I'm just like, yo, like, do we really understand what's happening here? This colonizer came on our land. We allowed this man on our land and he conquered. He
Do
conquered.
you know why he conquered though? That's because he didn't come alone. Do you know what? I just clocked that. He
Wayne and
never come
Birdman.
alone.
Wayne and Birdman, they were the co-signs.
No. Okay, yeah, don't get me wrong. There's that element too.
Yeah.
We allowed him in.
We did.
We saluted him, we
Yeah.
dressed him up,
Yeah,
and we let him come to
yeah,
our
yeah,
house
yeah,
and do
yeah.
our style, and we let him do that. Pop Khan brought him to Jamaica and allowed him to do it. What's his name? What's his name? Heady One. Let him come to tea. Skepta.
Pure Africans, you know.
Skepta. Let him come and tattoo his collective on him. And
Top
he
boy.
might even have an OVO tattoo, apparently. Skepta does, yeah? So this is what's happened consistent. Obviously, Skepta was backing him now, backing
Top
the
boy.
situation. Oh, this is going to scare off the labels from wanting to... Bruh, one the labels,
he
fam.
saved-
You're bro, not... what's it? Just like that's not me. You're the original. That's not me, dummy, fam. In a tracksuit.
Got him saying
yeah.
waste man.
Yeah, do you understand? You're the
My
original.
man,
That's
man.
not me, guy. Run the labels, fam. You are the truth. If I was happy for any export of ours to go anywhere in the world and represent us, I would have said, you know what, Skepta. He keeps his level head. He's humble. He doesn't have to. You know, we're gonna ignore the dress picture that we see years ago. And all that, yeah.
No.
We're gonna ignore it. But you see, there you go. Maybe that was the seed that grew into what we're seeing today. But I don't know. Man.
Yeah.
But
You don't know until it happens.
You don't know.
And then
so
you're like, wait a minute, hold on, is this real?
I can't. But this is what happened. So we let it happen on that side. But on the other side, there's many people listening to what they think is hip hop because Drake started it.
Yeah.
And everybody else is singing it as well
Yeah.
because he brought fans to what he calls hip hop.
Yeah.
And he tried to change the face of hip hop. And the face of hip hop that he tried to change was his colonized version, where he got everybody to contribute to add validity,
Yeah.
but had his own little spice that had no respect, no depth, no nothing for the very people that stood in it and built it.
Yeah.
So even if you're a West Coast gangbanger, when you listen to NWA, you're talking about what's going on there and the culture and what happened there. I was listening to Illmatic today from Nas, and you know, he goes, on the real, all these crap brothers know the deal. When we start the revolution, all they probably do is squeal. I'm like, oh, all these bars I keep hearing. I'm like, oh, you get me? I'm hearing AZ. We were beginners in the hood as 5%ers, but something, you know, and trying to get us on that. Because I've known the bar, but when I've listened to it, he's still trying to. Some like myself are trying to carry on tradition. I'm like, oh, you're trying to turn us back to the righteous thing. I never clocked that before. I just thought, get me carry on tradition. Nah, he's trying to. That's what I took from it anyway.
Yeah.
So our culture. No matter who we are, even if we're doing, listen, even Vybz Kartel, the filth and degradation the vibration that he sent out, you will still be able to find a thank you gonna wake up this morning, and get me,
yeah,
or
yeah.
other tunes where he's talking about our African culture and our values, and that's why people love him. People enjoy him for the other tunes, but we love him for when he talks to our spirit and our whatever. And Drake's colonized version had little splashes of this, splashes of that. You feel me? But because it never had that, it had no foundation. And they had all these new people coming in, like, in the club and whatever, but they didn't know. I've never, the only time I've appreciated Drake is when I've been drunk in a room full of other people appreciating Drake. I've never sat by myself. I've never listened to his albums or nothing. Maybe he's got bars, but it's always been something like, this guy don't speak to me. He don't, like, you see, even Jay-Z, with all the smut and the rubbish he was speaking to, he spoke to a young black man, me, looking for a way to express my genius, turn it into value, and be able to help the people around me. And I started off listening to early Jay-Z when he was 26. So I missed it because that was 96. I was 7 years old. But when I was listening to it as a teenager and all the things he was doing, it was like, bro, this is why I want to do it. He's like, I got mouths to feed till they put flowers on me and kiss my cold cheek. And I was like, yeah, bro, I've got to hustle.